Hello together. Welcome to our webinar, Greco-Roman style passivity. So we will wait some little minutes of our friends because sometimes they need some time for connections. And I hope everybody is well. I'm very happy that we have a lot of participants and that we can continue with our webinars. And I remind when I saw the last weeks with our colleagues from development department and the referee commissions, it is great that we can offer to you this kind of seminars, and that showed it's very important for our sport. Just yesterday, I had also a telephone conference with Mr. Lalovic. It was great, and we want to support our sport in this way also in the future. And thank you for a lot of emails that you are sending to us, for your congratulations to my colleagues. And we will also say thank you because every time we forget our UWE staffs, for that it's also good time to say thank you to the IT department with Sebastian, and also to the sport department with John Daniel and Tristan. And please also it's very important that we work close together, and that is nice. So I think now we will start, or we'll wait 1-2 minutes more, and then I saw also a lot of chats and very nice. So we have also preparation times and warming up, same the rest there also for us. It is nice to have that. Then we will start soon our webinars. So for you, this is we can also repeat it later. All webinars are, it's very important, are recorded. And also for our colleagues and friends from wrestling families, coaches, wrestlers, referees, you can look after in our webpage. At least tomorrow they will be ready. You look on our webpage under webinar, and you will see all webinars, what we did, and you can find all recorded webinars and also upcoming webinars. One small technical information, sometimes it is happened, that is the live, that is the technique, that is the internet, that the videos are sometimes interrupting or not good movies. So, but when you download in your from the web page, that will be ready, and that they are very well and good. So I think we can start. And today I will also introduce my friend, and I'm very happy that he's with me here, Carlos Garcia. Hello, Carlito.
Hello, everybody.
And we decided to work with the educator together, commission and specialists together. And so we are happy that it is nice that we can do that. So, but please, my friends, we became yesterday very bad news, and we will also remember our big teacher, our big leader, Mr. Stefan Kasarian. He was an excellent instructor. He died, and we will give our condolence to his family and also Armenian Wrestling Federation. And we will keep him every time in very, very good. Remind him he was an excellent person, excellent teacher. I know a lot of big referees was in his school during his teaching, and he was an expert, and so we are with his family in this moment. So my friends, now we will start with our webinar with Greco-Roman today. That is will be only, we will speak about active and passive wrestling in Greco-Roman, and we will focus in Greco-Roman. Why we decide that? Because we know in the last time we every time are speaking about Greco-Roman wrestling, and that is very important, that we have to understand the importance of active wrestling. Yes, and then we have to not speak directly every time about passivity. We have to look first to understand why active wrestling is very, very important for us, because this is the support for our technicals, success of our sport. Because the people, all spectators, they will see interesting action. They will see nice match. That must be a show. We won't have gladiators on the mat, but with fair play actions. We won't have dramatic on the match. Yes, and that have to be the key is only the factor of attractive wrestling for the media, because who will see one match who is ending without scoring points? But not only in wrestling, this is also a problem in other sports. So we will see a lot of points, we will see a lot of scoring points, we will see a lot of actions. So for them, it's very important that we have to focus and to make action, because our sport have so a lot of very nice situation, very nice blendage of actions, from throws, standing actions, parterre position. It's a full, completely sport. It's not only that we have so waiting and 6 minutes, or no, we have a lot of scoring points, and this is very important. Be the stars. The wrestlers are our stars, and the stars are the wrestlers with a lot of technical points, and our young generation will follow them, and that is very important. So important is also that the referee must apply only the passivity with clearly criteria. So for today, we planned to prepare it, how to identify the active wrestling, then we will look for the passive wrestling and the passivity procedure. Important is why we need active wrestling. I explained that we need it for our show. We need it for continue to involve it in the biggest sport on the world, to have a nice show for the people. When they are coming in our wrestling arena, they must say after the competition, it was a great show, it was very nice. And also we give a lot of nice movies for our television and the media, and for everybody. And you know, when you are in a match and you have a wonderful match, everybody will speak after. It's not important, woman, Greco-Roman, or freestyle. Yes, everybody will speak. That was a beautiful match, and the best match is when the wrestler scored a lot of points without some referees to decide who is winner, because it's not nice. We understand also all referees to say, why I have to decide about the passivity. Okay, so we want scoring points, and that is our future also for wrestling. And when you see this is our future, the active wrestling for our sport. Look, from standing, arm draw, and this is one match, and you see a lot of sessions, they are continue. We are in the first period, 6 points for blue wrestler, and you see they are without break, they are continue to wrestling. They are standing up, standing position, parterre position, fighting, never stopped. And that is nice when we see this wrestler, they continue also chest to chest, active wrestling. It's not important, it's point or no point, but we see there are a lot of movies, there are a lot of actions, yes, and the wrestler decide from themselves to bring the opponent to the parterre position. And also that I can say for all my referees, every referee is happy when they have so great matches to decide. And when we saw now we have 15 points, 45 seconds to go, and a big scoring with 5 points, and the people, the fans, is a dramatic. Also other categories, you see chest to chest. Now it's important, blue scored, okay, continue, he's lifting him opponent, and you see maybe now he can out or not out. We will not discuss this today, but now it's coming red, a nice action. So you see, this is our active wrestling when we see attacks, and we can have hours of them we can spend, because we see now arm throws, and this is good when we remember when Greco-Roman every time is in a problem situation, because we have no actions, only waiting, and we are speaking only about passivity, and this is not correct. Our focus must be to have stars. See this kind of wrestler, young wrestler, he's a star. Look, he enjoy, he make a very nice show. Or heavyweight, heavyweight and score in the zone, not only pushing, active, resting. This is a nice match. A wonderful match from the Under-23 World Championship in Budapest. It was a great match. I think that was the match of the day, and with a lot of points, 7-2, and you see everybody can win, everybody can score. And we have 1 minute, 35 seconds to go, and the wrestler continue to wrestling and make throws and gut wrenches without that the referees must, right? Only the referee must control the bout. And now look, he's make a pressure. Blue, very nice counter-attack. No, can he? Yes, here is the 4-point score. Very nice, or 2 points, I don't know, but it's important that we are speaking about scoring. But this match is not, because now we become new techniques, yeah, jumping on the opponent. And matches continue, 40 seconds to go. And now in these moments, blue have advantage, but red never stopped. And now it's important that we see wrestling is continue. Everybody can score. No points, correct indication. But now look, now is coming again a jump, and the last seconds decide about it is fling the bout or not. And the match ended with a lot of points here with 23. Maybe the referee give out some cautions, but we went 23, 25 points, and that is our future on the sport, that we need this kind wrestling on Greco-Roman. Also on the senior level, when we see this kind now directly in the first minute, yeah, very nice throws from standing, very nice scoring points. This is our active wrestling, what we do. So first, it's important for all coaches and wrestlers that we have to identify the active wrestling, not looking first about passivity, speak about who is wrestling. And now in Greco-Roman, it's very, very important. There are criteria to identify the activity. And so be careful. So, because Greco-Roman is a sport with a long experience, and we know that these problems from Greco-Roman was not only now, that we have in the past also. So for that, it's important in Greco-Roman, the first one, it's very important here when you see active wrestler move himself to contact. This is the first picture. We need the contact. The second picture, we need the hooking. So, but now it's important, not only hooking, pulling, important, and that is very important to continue to prepare a hold, to prepare an action. So we need not wrestler that they are going on the mat and can pull as a champion without technique. That help us not. We need wrestlers, they go in contact, they really hook, and at least they are willing to, they will score points for actions and to go to the technique. That is very important. So keep every time these three pictures in your mind to continue. Some example to hook. You see underhook to the arm. You see overhook, here blue. You see also to go overhook and underhook. You see arm and body. This is also very nice here to catch his opponent here, huh? Or here, arm and headlock. That is also active wrestling. That is also from here. Or a front leg that you can make it from here, also action. So that are examples for active hookings to go to take some position and to make actions. So without this contact, without these hookings, in Greco-Roman, it's not possible to make actions. So in freestyle, you can start from your head to the foot. You have a bigger positions to start to make actions without contacts. You can jump. In Greco-Roman, it's difficult. In Greco-Roman, it's the key that you have to have contact. You have to push your opponent. You have to prepare him. Sometimes you need some situation. And now that we are looking to see what is here the difference. The difference, it is really wrestling, because this is every time a question. We call them hand fightings, or is hooking. And when you will see now here in this video, we will see. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Problem. So look here. Is it really wrestling? Is there hooking? They are only catching the wrist from the opponent. But not look only, he's catching, he's holding the wrist. Important is, then we will see later a good video example, he's working for technique, because in Greco-Roman it's also allowed to hold small time the opponent to prepare some actions, but only holding. That means, and the referee did good job to say, hey, open, not hold, open. or red or blue is not important. Important is they have to go to the hooking. They have to wrestling chest to chest. And with only blocking, only this kind of wrestling, here you see, that means you take your opponent, you will control your opponent that he cannot catch you, that he cannot go in the hold. And that are criteria for not active wrestling. Let us see what are our criteria for active wrestling. Yeah, I make a mistake. I think it was the same video. 1 second. So 1 second. So here, hooking. Here, you see. Now from side, go back. Yes, catch his opponent, under hooking. First blue, then red go in position. Now blue is blocking. Red, and now in this position, both wrestle. Very nice position. We must stop here. So we must stop here, this position. That means from this position, my friends, everybody can now make action. Red and blue, both are in the same situation. And here we have to continue this match and to see who can score and now who take the initiative to make a scoring points. So this is the best one. You see, before we was only catch, now we are going in hooking, in position to prepare the opponent. Here red and blue, both wrestlers can score these actions. Both wrestlers are going in a position. Or here, with the head. And you will see after that, we will show which actions we will have here to see here. Also here, look, from outside, both arms from red. Or here, red and blue, both are inside, both are hooking. Here can score, red can score, and also blue can score. This position is for both wrestlers possible. You see, red going under hooking, he's working. Here, also blue is working. He can catch his opponent. And only with them we can score points. And that is very important that we have to teach our wrestler to come back in this important situation in Greco-Roman to go in position. This is the first key from our sport. The first key from our sport is give the chance for active wrestling. And after that, we can decide more. So now you saw these videos and you will see now what kind of technique and tactics we have. 1 second. Here, look, bend rise, opponent torso. They can make a next one. Get an angle, prepare your opponent. You saw the first time of video, now blue can score. You see, he prepared little pushing, waiting. Or here, motivation to landing down. Very nice. Red go little back and score the points. Or with the foot position, yes, control and start the action. So you see, when the chest is chest to chest or a feint, this is very important in Greco-Roman. Fake, look, red, started to make some and then coming the action from blue, very nice action. And that is also here in Greco-Roman. It's to get the pressure, blue, red prepare, blue give pressure back, and red is successful to put his hooking and action. That is the elementars in Greco-Roman. We need in Greco-Roman this kind of wrestling to prepare. So we must also understand in Greco-Roman, my friends, it's not possible to go in the mat and directly score 1 point. So you need a little time. Sometimes it's good very quickly, but you need to find out how I have to prepare my wrestler. And it's important. There are more criteria for Greco-Roman that wrestling Greco-Roman, he have to have a good condition, good technical points, a good tactic. He have to be strong. And that is very important. And he must work very hard in the training. We know that. And for them, we must give him the chance to prepare his situation. And that is the key of our sport, in Greco-Roman especially, that we have the hooking, then we can score the points with the hookings when we have this kind of actions. Okay? So only to remind here. This was all situation what we see. Now yet you see hooking, red, blue can score, and that it's very nice. Only to remind for you to see all videos, and the people are waiting of actions. And we are happy to see the fall, to see the touche. That is our biggest champion to win by touche, our opponent, and have champions by techniques and very nice actions, also 5 points actions to decide a very, very nice draw. And not to speak about that for at least this all situation see here. Enjoy only this kind of videos. You see the technique in Greco-Roman, a lot of various technique we have. Huh? Go to the belt, go down, and make also a lot of actions, same here, that we saw this technique. Okay. So, yes, you saw that, yes? Okay, now example of active wrestling that we need. We need stars, we need wrestler and wrestling. They need have a lot of various kind of actions. Wrestlers are fighting from the first minute until the last minute. Now we have example, Frank Stabler. He's a great champion. We have a lot of other champions also, but you see every time he's moving. Yes, he catch his opponent the twist, but he's continue his technique and he's going also to continue these actions, and the people won't see, and we won't see this kind. You see action. Sometimes you must make also your opponent tired. This is normal in Greco-Roman, but at least a winner will be this wrestler who have the most motivation for techniques, who will not wait of referee's decisions to earn the passivity, to earn. The wrestler have to know they must work for technique and actions. Now we spoke about this kind of actions and active wrestling. Now is the question, that is a big problem, what we have in the past, and we every time are discussing that, how I can identify the passive wrestler. For Greco-Roman, and I can say I was also a long time wrestler in Greco-Roman style, but also freestyle wrestler, and also as a referee I worked a long time, and I started with 16 years as referee, and also I make some decision. Sometimes I know when I was young, maybe no experience, maybe too fast, maybe not correct angle and something. So I know and I understand that for Greco-Roman passivity, a referee, a good referee, now we can here separate the best referees with normal referees, referees who understand very well passivity procedure. There they can see, you can see it, there are a lot of very experts, and that you need a big experience, big training to understand, because we must every time understand our decision. We decide every time in the match, but our decision by passivity will be sometimes change the outcoming of the bout. So maybe I make mistake in the passivity procedure, or I'm too lazy or too fast. That can decide the bout, and for them it's very important that we need criteria. We need clearly criteria, not to say, oh, I like more red or I like more blue. So important is the criteria for passivity. We have to look which wrestlers stay on the zone. Why we have the passivity zone? This is all the rules. The passivity zone means here, this go attention, we go out, that it will be very good, that we know the zone. And it's good that we have this different color now in orange, before was yellow, now in orange, that everybody, oh, he's going back. So wrestler who blocking with 2 arms, or only grabbing the wrist without action. Also interlocking fingers. Yes, you must control somebody interlock, because with interlocking fingers, you cannot make a Greco-Roman action. It's not possible. Or also check which wrestler is breaking every time the contact of the opponent. Which wrestler refuse. Maybe one wrestler will go hooking and every time he go out from the position. Or maybe he make every time fake attempts to show, oh, I'm active. No, you must make really attacks. not only fake attacks. And to see who is defending, who is really not hooking, who put his head down constantly, have contact, but only defense wrestling, never attack in a match. And this is the criteria for negative wrestling. Negative wrestling is clearly when one wrestler constant, clearly blocking with the head on the chest, refuse contact, blocking with two arms, fleeing the hold, fleeing the mat, that he not want that one wrestler going to the hook and catch, and clearly no contact. This is the negative and negative wrestling. We have other webinar they will also present by my colleagues to see what is the procedure in negative wrestling. So we need criteria to identify passive and negative wrestling. So, and that is important for a referee to, when you start the bout, go neutral in the match and check first how many attack moving we have. Count them. You can speak by yourself during the match. You can say, oh, blue have 2 attacks, or red 1 attack. Check which wrestler is really attacking. And now also the judge and match chairman can work here with the score sheet. They can put some sign, okay, red 1 attack, red 2 attacks. That means, so end of the first period or end of the match, you see also, really attacks. And then you can also look when you start about who is hooking, who is really hooking. Stay in a good position, check. It's sometimes in Greco-Roman, it's very hard and very difficult when we stay too close to the wrestler. So also here, your colleagues from outside can help, but the important and the key of the match is the referee on the mat, because it's not good from outside every time to intervene, because we have no connection, we cannot speak to our opponent, we have no headphones, so it's important that the decision must come from the referee on the mat. Important in Greco-Roman, and it's a big experience, not interrupt too much the bout, not speak, sometimes to not explain the rules to the wrestlers during the bout. They are champions, they are working every day with the wrestling rules, they are working every day in the training. So, and Greco-Roman need that, that's also say our rules. We look only a moment, we need a period, because to be active 1 minute, 30, 2 minutes, it's not so easy. Then you only show for 10 or 20 seconds. So important is when you interrupt every time the bout, the wrestler cannot make, prepare his holds. Maybe one wrestler will be not tired. And this is the key. When we have 2 wrestlers, we need sometimes time. And when we interrupt every time the bout, you will disturb the match. Eye contacts with judge and match chairman. Prepare, look also your match chairman. Check to your judge. Is there agree with your decision? Or maybe they can give you also some indicate, maybe with the palette, blue passive or red passive. So also maybe sometimes it's really, they are stepping out. So you call the wrestler inside. When you call the wrestler, you can make a little check to your judge or your match chairman. And when they say, okay, continue, no problem. Maybe they can help you. Hey, attention now for this kind of wrestler, or they have to be active. As we said, check who is in the zone, who is standing every time in the zone. Use the UV vocabulary, very important. Speak, blue head up, red zone, but when we speak, not speak, blue head up. More action also from referees, and now it's very important. Please, only necessary, not speak too much, not every 5 seconds, red, red, red. It's important to give 1, 2, 3, to prepare also the audience, to prepare also the coaches, and also not only with the voice, show your hands, blue, red, speak clearly, prepare your judge, prepare your match chairman, and that will be very, very nice. That we have to speak davai, action, blue no block, red zone. That we have that, and all wrestlers understand that in all styles. Always verbal warning. That will be very good, that we show clearly signs. When we see videos, I'm very happy to see sometimes Perti He was a great referee on the mat, clearly signed, strong, and authority. This is very important. You need as referee a clearly authority and clearly mechanics. When you have this mechanics and then you find the right timing to apply the passivity with a strong warning, then you did a big job on the bout. And you give the chance not to decide about the passivity. First is we are happy when we, with our intervention, with our situation, we can help the wrestler to hook and to score for themselves. Is this not possible? Continue there in this kind of situation, then of course we must prepare our passivity procedure. But only not for negatives. We can also use very nice scoring, 4 points. We can speak a lot of things, and then that is good to start soon. That means not start too late with the passivity. So now we go with the passivity, and now we start with the criteria. Okay, so the passivity procedure is very important. First passivity, you know, active wrestling in a match, 1 point and choose standing or parterre position. Second passivity also, you apply the second passivity and choose 1 point from standing or parterre. And also the last passivity, it's important, without stopping the bout, continue. And furthermore you can give, and very important, maximum 2 order parterre position, and match chairman always, this is important thing, must confirm the passivity. So some example, no time restriction for the passivity can be called, okay? So can be also 2 minutes. In a rule book is written at least 002 minutes, but when you found out in 1:30, 1:45, you can call it before, okay? And also you see that 1 order parterre per period, it's better, and maximum 2 that we can go, you see that, you can read it, and that we will call also 1 point, and this confirmation by match chairman is very important. I think now we will go also for the cadets. Here in cadets and schoolboy, 2 minutes is very close, so sometimes it's not necessary to clearly directly stop the bout, so let them wrestling, especially in cadets and schoolboy, we won't see actions and no passivity. So now very nice referee mechanisms by the passivity, and that it's very nice that the timing is correct, the referee found the correct timing, the referee, she did a correct, very good things, she called directly the passivity. Very important is that here, directly go to the parterre position. So in second period, it's very important that also to prepare, to be fair on the mat, correct and clearly, who is really attacks, and give the passivity, the wrestler became the chance to, here in this moment, 1-1 passivity, but important is no automatismus, important you must fight for your passivity. And this is very important, it in a good time, you must decide, 1-1, we decide, we check which wrestler is the head down, which wrestler is hooking, yes, which wrestler will make action, and referee have a decision with the referee team. Red is in this moment clearly with the head down, not clearly hooking, and in this moment, and that's important, when we decide about, decide it early, not too late, not in the last 5 seconds. Here in 1:18 or 1:20, we have the third passivity without stopping the bout, and the wrestler can have time to make an action to show that can do it. Okay, now we have some example for Greco-Roman. So now we must see who is really active wrestling. When we see here, the wrestler is very nice. The wrestler here, the blue wrestler is hooking. And what is doing the red wrestler? Red wrestler is blocking. Yes, not really hooking. Look, he's blocking. He, in this moment, he can good hook here. He can continue. You go inside. And in this moment is a good example for the passivity. Or blue wrestler, we have to check which wrestler is hooking. So we have different videos. I saw that now upstairs is a little mistake. So, but no problem. Now we have to identify which wrestler is holding, which wrestler is going inside. Look, red is going front. Blue is keeping distance of the opponent, or looking here. This is example also for passivity to see which wrestler will be go inside, which wrestler is blocking. Look, red. Now red attacking. Look blue. Blue is blocking. it was a good situation. Or here, blue, head down, head down, head up, blue, head up. And this is not only one moment. Look the time, 5:47. And look this period, blue continue in this case. How red can catch his opponent? How red can make an action when blue every time head down, refuse action? And in this moment, it's also allowed not only to be passivity, maybe when it's near or close to the negative resting, referee can stop this kind of resting and stop it early and say, maybe attention blue, this is negative, open, contact, head up. 1, 2 words, you have to understand. Referee can show here, open, contact, please, action. And or he continue and change the position, or he became the passivity, and when he's negative resting, he must be penalized by negative wrestling. Or here, yes, hooking and continue, not only block, continue, continue. That's our example, not go back, continue, correct. You see, referee strong here. He showed blue and red, attention, okay? Do it, okay? So now it's important, and that is every time our authority. And the people, I can understand when they are sometimes laughing about us, when we and say, hey, referees not understand the passivity. Look this example. We must call the passivity in the correct time. Now we said, who is in the zone? One again. Look blue. Blue look his singlet. One time again. Look here. Okay, stop. Blue is hooking. Who is in the zone? Red is in the zone. Okay, maybe it's all in this moment, blue little action. But wait for the dynamic situation. Wait for the correct situation. In this moment, to call blue for passive is not correct. He's also surprised, and we have only 1 minute and 15 seconds to wrestling, and you see he not believe what I am attacking, and now you give me the passivity. And that you have to pay attention. Which wrestler we learned today is in the zone, which wrestler is hooking, and which wrestler have to become the passivity. The passivity must be called in the right time. Now we will look this video together. We will look. So now we see who is really attacking. Red have the head down, block from opponent. Look the time, and we give the passivity for the wrestler, but we must look again. What is doing blue? What is doing blue? It is really, blue have 3 points. Red is winner. 1 minute 55 to go. He won't go inside. Look, he's hooking. He's working. He's working. He go inside. He is founding. He move forward. In this moment, we must see it is really a passivity, and we have to be very, very careful for this kind of calling for passivity. This is, I can say, in my experience also, when I was refereeing my young time also, too fast, not found the correct angle. My German confirmed the passivity, and I stopped. During one of our nice action, everybody say, oh, Antonio, what kind of situation? You stop during the action. So remind, and that is when you call the passivity, confirmation from my German, choice the right angle, return your face to the wrestler, wait some seconds, and wait before you stop the bout. It's coming really an action. Okay, so that I can say the biggest referees have also this kind of situation, and I have that also in my experience, and we are working and for them for the future that will be not happen. So my friends, I think we are coming to some quiz. I will invite you to be active now, because not only some webinars, now you will be ready. I hope I can show first the video. And I learn here also every day. On the mat, I think I'm better, but I will do it here. Okay, continue. Check who is passive, red or blue from your opinion. So now we must first stop the video. Then I will show the polls. So now I will give you the chance. Okay. So please, now you can decide red or blue. I will wait a couple seconds. Then we can look which wrestler is really active or which wrestler is passive. And the question is, which wrestler is in your opinion passive? So then I think we can see how the webinar works today. Sometimes it's clearly the video is very fast and then sometimes the quality, but it's important that we understand now. Now we will show and share the results and we will see our results, and we are very happy that we see the majority is saying, in your opinion, the blue wrestler is passive. So then I will stop them and we will again look the video, because now we will find out which criteria it is for the passivity. So you decide, okay, I think you decide red is hooking. And here blue refuse contact is blocking. His head is down, he go back. You see, red, this is hooking, is attacking. Okay, he keep, okay. Now red, blue have also the chance to keep, but look, here red is going forward, is starting to hook, and blue not hook. And in this moment, the majority, and I'm very happy, congratulations, that the majority decide that the blue wrestler is really the passive wrestler. I will say the importance of this kind of wrestling. It's also, when we decide the passivity, we have to decide also, this is a big chance for one wrestler. So the decision, what we are doing, it must be clearly, we can give no presence for nobody, because advantage in parterre position, you know, you can have a gut wrench, you can have a lot of scoring points, you can lift your opponent, and especially on the beginning of the match, when the wrestler maybe have power, are not tired, okay? So for them it's very important, my friends, congratulations for the first quiz. I think now we will start the second quiz, and I start, you are ready, and let's go to the video. Is the video analysis now. This is not only look red or blue, please look more criteria, because we will ask you, and I will be fair to give you the second time the video. So look really who is attacking, who is hooking. Who is blocking. Now we can soon the decision. And then we will see Greco-Roman, who is making fake attempts. Check. Okay, and now, okay, referee decides, and now it's coming your decision. And now I will see your result, and we will see our result. And now we will start again with the quiz number 2. We will do it, okay? And I will start for you. Please give your opinion, and please, we keep time, which we have more criteria. Please check, we can look. Now it's multiple choice, it's very important. It's not only because we said we need criteria. Red refused the contact, blue is willing to hook, blue does defending wrestling, red break consented the contact, blue refused the contact, blue do fake attempts, red is passive or blue is passive. You see, now with more criteria we are working. We are not only looking, oh, what is this kind of criteria? Now it's important and that the referee are looking, who is going forward, who is going hooking, which position. And you must understand that is sometimes also stressful for the referees, especially in big championships. Two close wrestlers, they have tactics, yes, and we know also some national federation, and the wrestlers, all coaches, they are working. They are also studying us. It's very important. They know which way the referees will go, and they are preparing themselves. And now we have a big number. We have 105 votes. Maybe I can say you, Carlos. Now, how many participants we have today in this moment?
183.
Oh, congratulations! 183 participants for these important things. I see we need some votes more. We will wait that because we know this is a multiple choice and there are more, and I will also understand that you see only one time the video, but in the match you cannot see 2 times the video, and also during the match it's not possible to say, okay, we review by challenge or we review the bout. Okay, so we can give us the results, and now we will share the results, and now we will look what are the recent. Now we will look, and then we will see also what is your opinion. Then I will share. Okay, red refused the contact. Bravo, very good. He was only pushing, not really going inside, going back. Blue is correct. He was willing to hook. You saw every time he was starting, yes? And also he was not defensive. He not go back. He was starting every time fighting. Yes, and red break constantly the contact. That is the key. Every time when blue was ready to go inside, red jump, do something and refuse them. Okay, so that was important. Blue refused the contact, but now, and that is correct, red is passive. And bravo, congratulations, the majority decide red is passive, and that is correct. And now we will look maybe very fast together again the situation, and then we will close here and look again that we understand why is the wrestler active. Look, you see he's going inside with the hand on this guy, not hooking. Yes, here, look his legs. Referee directly say, hey, no fingers. But look, he's more jumping, more, look, pushing. That is not our sport. Our sport, as you said, and you saw, is hooking, go to the action. And that it's only fake attacks, not to, okay, maybe some seconds we can, because maybe first of the match to see the opponent, but when we continue in this way, the best solution in this way is to my referees and all coaches that we stop. We stop here. We say here, this is not only passive wrestling. This is, we have to say, you refuse. This is more negative. You must go in contact, hooking. Maybe for red wrestler is also a chance to become attention, a verbal, a strongly attention. Okay, so I will say really in the passivity procedure, no stop the bout. I am agree, but maybe to develop the wrestling, to give the chance for actions, also you have the chance, in this case, the wrestler really not go in contact, refusing, go back, okay? Then you have the chance also to give him a strong warning and to see here, blue is starting to make action, maybe red now also, but you see, and he go back, inside and back. Here, blocking to the head, you see only, see also his leg. This is not really, he's going, now this is okay, here he can continue, but directly go out from the zone, he continue, but see, blue every time wanted to go in action, and here again, red blocking. You see, every time when blue make an action, also when he go back, look, it is difficult for him, yes, to call the passivity procedure, okay? So, congratulations for that, for this situation, what you decide. Now, only one to last situation, and that is very important. I discussed also with Carlos, and we discussed this picture, very nice picture, because it's important the referee mechanisms on the mat, yes, and the zone. So to look to the judge, to look to the matchman, but important is the wrestler, okay? And this is in our school extremely important to look the scoring, how many scoring we have, which time we have, okay? To look, it is necessary. And please, it's not necessary in each mat to give passivity. When we have scoring points, it's not necessary. So, and that is very nice picture. Also to change the level, to change your level, to look inside, what is coming up, what is happened. And here is very important, this kind to move and not stay too close to the wrestler. Stay in correct position every time. That is for us very important. And the conclusion, what I want, but from everybody, not only from referees, from our wrestling family. And we want to be continue in the Olympic Games successful with an attractive sport, support active wrestling. That means when you see we have wrestlers, they make action, they continue, give them advantage, they earn, they are working for them, and we need champions for them and prepared. It's very important, give the rest of time to prepare action, holds, control, entire bout. Important, not only the first minute, all bouts, because the match finished 6 minutes, also in the last minute, okay? No automatisms. I can say with my referee commission, we analyzed a lot of videos and we can say, we have the problem that the wrestler understood our referee's call in 1:45, 1:30. That is not good. The wrestler have not to know when the referee called a passivity. He must clearly work, not wait, oh, now I worked the last 10 seconds and I became the passivity. No, work for action. When you want a advantage, show techniques, show hooking, show really wrestling. And for the referees, for the audience, prepare, and the coaches, clearly the passivity. And you know, when you show clearly the passivity procedure, each coach respect and understand the referee on the mat, or the referee team understood very well. And that is very important also from outside. Maybe the referee missed the match or the judge is not, but chairman can also prepare and help and show your own opinion, white palette or red palette or blue palette. So important is be not too early, as I said, not too late, and find the right moment, because that is the key. And then you can show that you are perfect referee and show that you find the right moment to call a passivity. So, and at least wrestler with technical points should be not penalized and punished. That is our philosophy from United World Wrestling. Give the chance for attractive wrestling. I think this was a very, very long webinar, important webinar. That was the basic of the webinar. Now, first, it's time for your question. I think Carlos Garcia will assist me. Start with your questions, and Carlos will also help us what important question is coming for us.
Yes, we have some questions or comments regarding the coronavirus. There is Kripa Shankar. He's suggesting for referees, instead of wearing blue and red wristbands, instead using gloves, okay, in the same colors, blue and red gloves.
So for that, we can say we are working with the medical commission, and we have a very, very good situation. We have also our friend, he prepared Mr. Aviram Shumeli, he prepared, he's a doctor, a dentist, and he prepared also with the, and I'm lucky, also Olympic referee, 1S referee, he prepared with Mr. Babak a very important presentation, also about the safety, the working for the referees on the mat, which signs we will use, touch or not touch the wrestler, and we have a presentation, but we are planning after, before starting the competition, to make a special webinar.
Mm-hmm. There is another colleague from China. He's saying due to the virus situation in his country, he's not taking part at any competition this year. His question is, can he save his international license this year, or he will lose it?
No, we said with our referee commission that we said we will understand this situation. And when you remind our first webinar, we said also we work very sensitive and we will see end of the year. So we will not penalize referees. we have no competition, and we understand that this year we cannot use our referee body regulation. So in this moment, we are very, very calm. So be calm, be safety is important, and healthy, and everything will become good, and you will not penalize, you will not lose your international referee licenses.
There is another participant, his name is just Rev. He's asking you directly, when was the last time you referee a match, Antonio?
Hey, very nice question. I like wrestling. I like referees, and you can found in you can ask here that I'm working also in Germany. I go in schoolboys. I go to cadets, and the best practice, my friends, you become during matches. So I like the mat, and you can ask my referees. I will be active on the mat, because to understand, and that is the key, to understand, to explain rules, you must feel that, you must testing. And sometimes when we have championships in Germany, Bundesliga, when it's possible, or regional championships, I will work. But we must also understand in international competition is very difficult for me, because one time you are head referee and you cannot be same time as referee. So, but I am happy, and I continue to be a referee, and I can only appreciate and say to everybody, before you go to competition or continue to be referee, it's not important, a big championship or small competition. And for me, and I can say open, referees is the best therapy for me, because sometimes you are hard work, and only theory and only videos. And when you go on the mat, you forget everything, and you are enjoying to stay with your friends, with this nice sport. And I am working now in this moment, not because we have the coronavirus, but I'm sure after coronavirus, I am ready for referees also in small and children competition. And it's very nice that the people like that. And also, why? And this is also one very important question to my Olympic referees and all head referees. Please, the referee stars must go to the competition, national competition. Why? Because we must show also to our national referees, to our coaches, we respect them, and they will learn from us. So I learned from my big teacher, because they was on the mat in our championships. So I learned a lot of mechanisms, and I wish that we do everybody same.
There is another question from Nitish. Can passivity be given in the last 10 seconds of a match, or we will give a caution to the passive wrestler?
Yeah. This is a good question. The last 10 seconds. It's you cannot decide in a close situation. The best way, and we have that in Rio, the best way is to stop the bout before, okay? But please, not give him the chance that he think, oh, I'm staying. But it's very difficult to, in the last 5 seconds, to decide about a match with passivity. So the referee need a timing, and that I will say we cannot penalize in the last 5 seconds by passivity. So in our opinion, and that must be when we make the last passivity, you must give him also the chance that he can score until some point. So be careful with them. Be very, very careful. In this moment, it's better to stop the bout and indicate maybe for negative. So that can, a passivity last 10 seconds is not good, and we cannot apply them. Make it before, okay? Have a match plan, that I won't say.
A very similar question, but the other, but how early can passivity get given?
So it depended of the bout. So as we said, we have matches, wrestler directly start with big and start and show. And he's only working for 40 seconds because maybe he have no conditions. So be careful. When you really see that one wrestler really more than 1 minute is not working, the best timing is 1:30, 1:45, 2 minutes. But sometimes when it's necessary and you see really, then you can give it before. But I prefer not to give a passivity before 1:30, 1:15, not earlier than 1 minute, because we will see how long he's really attack. When it's big attacks, maybe as I said, stop the bout one time, give attention. Maybe you are negative wrestling that you can do every time, but give it not too early, not after 20 seconds or 30 seconds. That is too early, because the passivity, and that is when you look Article 47, it's written which criteria are the passivity. So have a timeline, maximum at least when it's 2 minutes 0-0, or when the scoring point is the same, but not too early. I think so from 1:15, 1:45, 2 minutes, but not earlier than 1:30, my friends.
Question from La Santa. Hello, Mr. Antonio. Can a match chairman interrupt a match to give a passivity?
The good match chairman, he prepared his judge and match and the referees. Okay, so that is important. But he have the biggest responsibilities. And as I said, it will be nice to have headphones. So, but in this moment, when he sees a big mistake that one referee miss the passivity, he must invite first the judge. He have to show to the judge, please give me your opinion. When the judge show the white passivity, he must not decide from outside alone. He cannot do it, yes, but he must encourage to show the judge and match chairman his opinion, and only at least when it's really 1000%, it's clearly, and the 2 minutes is running away and 0-0 and nobody is working, and then in this time he have to stop because the rule said more than 2 minutes 0-0 and no passivity, referee, match chairman must decide and say, hey, attention, now please decide. Referee, what is your opinion? Judge, what is your opinion? And make together. But the best way is when it's the passivity coming from inside. We have also, this is a good question, we must teach also our match chairman better and better how they, because sometimes I know our match chairman say, Mr. Antonio, the referee are not looking to me, I cannot interfere, okay? So only when it's a big mistake, he must start to make the procedure.
Question from India. Is that a wrestler is leading a match with 5, 6, or 7 points, and then he starts becoming passive. Can we warn that wrestler with passivity?
Why not? The question is, okay, he's leading the bout. Okay, the opponent is winner, but we have to think also what is important in a competition, in a game, in a world championship, when you have 5, 6, 7 matches. So when you see that one wrestler attacking really, maybe he will finish his match because by technical superiority, because next match I have a strong opponent. So we cannot keep the wrestler 6 minutes in the arena. No, he must, okay, only we will not punish him, he's leading, and also his opponent do no actions. Then he can continue. But when one wrestler really attack and the opponent is defending, then we have to give him the chance, because he must also maybe win the match with technical superiority and maybe prepare for the next. So we cannot say, he's leading. No. Please control all matches. When this is important, not look only he's leading, look also to opponent. Really, he's a really gladiator. He won't really win by technical superiority, because then give him the chance. And when you see he's fighting, hooking, make actions, and the other only defense, why the wrestler have to lose the power 6 minutes? Then you give the passivity.
A question from Gregor Putzel. Negative, can we give negative wrestling caution anytime, even if there is no passivity?
Yes, because negative is different from passivity. Negative is clearly that you destroyed wrestling. Yes, brutalities, blocking with 2 hands, go away. You can call him. When he cannot continue, then with 3 caution, he is disqualified. But I'm sure when a strong referee show clearly the negative, the wrestler will change his position. This is our experience. When the referee are strong on the mat and stop this negative wrestling, the wrestler start to change the position and to change. And he have to learn that he have to work open for active wrestling.
Well, again is coming the question related to in the last 8 seconds, the wrestler is fleeing the hold. Can we give the caution?
Yeah.
Or not?
Yes. The rule said. Listen, when we look Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games, we have in the women wrestling a lot of matches that in the last 2 seconds we change the winner. When I showed you the videos, we have matches, but please, and this is important, stop the bout. And that is the key what we learned from our also referee, that not lose the time for confirmation. In this moment, referee stopped the bout. The time is stopping before end of the 6 minutes. Yes, in the last 5-7 seconds, referee indicate he is fleeing. For them, my opinion is caution and 2 points in Greco-Roman, and freestyle maybe caution 1. And then judge can decide and match them together, okay? And then it's a clearly procedure. And then that can be challenged, this caution. And then we look, it's really a fleeing, because what I said, not look only start the bout. We need wrestler only until the 6 minutes, okay? So when we look Rio, we have in women wrestlings, one day was 3 finals. They changed the results in the last second. And we want dramatic on the bout. We want dramatic until end of the actions and end the match.
Mm-hmm. We have Fernando Rodriguez from Spain saying, for negative wrestling, do we have to give a verbal warning before we give the caution and points?
Normally, this is in this moment, when it's negative wrestling, a good referee, maybe one go to the chest, blocking with 2 hands to the face. You can say to him, because you give every time first advantage to finish the action. Maybe you say, blue not block, attention blue. Okay, is the action successful? You give the points and then you can decide. Maybe they interrupt the action, then you stop the bout and give the caution. But it's not important is not send directly a caution 2 points. For maybe it's little fingers for the first time. Maybe you stop the bout. But when it's a really holding action and he make a negative with 2 hands to the face, something about it, or a head punch, a really big head punch, and this time maybe the other have a cut and is bleeding, you cannot say, hey, attention next time, okay? Then you must be strong and give him directly. The warning is the caution 2 points, that the wrestler have to understand this is a big brutality. Mm-hmm. But this negative, my colleagues, they are preparing for negative wrestling and also to correct referee mechanisms.
Mm-hmm. Passivity can be challenged? Passivity?
No. What? And this is a big discussion now, because what we want, and also about the challenge, we will have a webinar about challenge. You will see 1 minute, the television will see 1 minute with nothing. Hey, we have to present active wrestling. So for them, they can be not challenged. But in the referee, in the wrestling regulation, we are working, we are also analyzing good passivity applying and bad passivity applying. And for them, we have the consequences written. Much chairman is responsible. So when we can say we have some competition in the last continental competition, I think my referee team was not so happy with me because we suspended referees for bad passivity procedure. So we will have also consequence on that, but cannot be challenged.
Mm-hmm. Mohammed is saying, in the first time we have no passive, no passivity. Can we give in the second period 2 passivities?
From rule book is possible, but listen, now this is experience. The second period is a new match. You must understand. First period finished, second period. So then the first question is who scored the point. Then you cannot directly give after 10 seconds in the second period to give a passivity. You have to give them also a timeline, minimum 30-45 seconds for the first passivity, minimum, when not more than 1 minute. Second question, you bring one wrestler down. Then how many times you give the wrestler for the parterre position? You cannot whistle the bout after 10 seconds. You have to give them 20-25 seconds for actions. And then you go up, how many times you have for the next passivity, understand? So be careful, pay attention, not direct. Maybe better is from them we teach. Better is maybe first passivity, second, and only when it's necessary. And sometimes we have a nice action with 4 points and it's not, nothing happened in the second period, why we give passivity? No, let them rest in a standing position. That is important. Mm-hmm.
Can I read another question?
Yes. Yeah, sure, Carlos Garcia.
Okay, what is the official verbal warning for hands grip? What do you say as a referee?
No block, open. Okay. Before I remember the referee go and touched, but we cannot touch. You go inside and you see blue, and this is important. Not stay in the zone, not stay in the zone. I can show maybe the video again, not the video. I show you here. So this 1 second. When here are the wrestler, 1 second. So I will show you here. Where is my mouse? Here. So the wrestlers are here, maybe blocking. You see here. The referee cannot stay here and say blue, no block, open. The referee must go inside and must see, same this referee, go closer, indicate him, blue, no block, open blue, okay? And then you go back, okay? This is important, the referee mechanism, because when 10,000 people or the arena is full, nobody can listen you. So you indicate, go inside and clearly speak to, and please, blue, no block, blue, open, no block, okay?
Arash Raihani is requesting a special dedicated webinar for risk and simulation.
Yes.
in Greco-Roman.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much for your question. And we planned, the referee commission did, and also I know the development department also. We have now a webinar schedule. We prepared it until September, October, and we have a lot of webinars. We will have this kind of webinars, risk situation, attack, counter-attack. We will speak about the freestyle passivity. We will speak about consultation from a chairman. We will speak about the challenge procedure. So we will have a lot of this kind of webinars, scoring points, and I saw also the development department. So, but we will prepare every 2 weeks the calendar. So we will update it 2 weeks, every 2 weeks we will announce our calendar. But when you have an idea that we said maybe we need this kind of webinar, please send us. We have a lot of webinars and we will plan also other webinars. So I think for today, it was a very important situation. And we say also that we will say very, very important. Thank you for your participation. And we have some last questions.
No, it's just, I just wanted to say that there are a lot of messages
from our friends.
From friends saying hello, Mr. Kamel, Davo, Roman, Anastasia, a lot of friends from India I've seen, from Africa, the same, as I said before, 183 participants we've been, which is a great number.
Yeah, so what I can say to you more, and this is also important now, we have the next webinar will be tomorrow, Carlos from development department, but in Spain, huh?
In Spanish, yeah.
In Spanish. But now for next week, I will announce 29 June, it's Monday, we will have the passivity in freestyle and in women wrestling. My colleagues, I appreciate that Mr. Ibrahim Chichoglu and Mrs. Noravat Arustamian will take this kind of webinar. Then also remind Monday, 29 June at 2 o'clock. Please check again on the webinar page on the United Wrestling. And Carlos and me, we are back. Why? Because passivity is not finished. Because passivity is a long procedure. And we will come for complicated passivity procedure and matches that will be very, very hard to find out. Then we have more situations, very complicated, and then we will have on Thursday, 2 July at 3 o'clock, same time, here the passivity in Greco-Roman style and the start of the parterre position, correct parterre position. So all webinars will be recorded. As we said, all webinars will be recorded. Everything is very nice. Everything, all our friends who will review one time again or was not able to check today, they will see. And also we prepared now also for a lot of languages with our educator, our instructors. We will give this presentation and they will use this presentation also in French, Spanish, Russian language. I saw Iran start also in their language. So we will give more chance. Romania, I have a request. South Africa are starting. So we have a lot of countries. They can use this presentation and start in webinars in their own language, home language to continue. So thank you very much. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate to work with you. It was very good. We shake hands. Corona normally not allowed. Thank you. Be healthy, my friends, and see you next week. And good luck for the next time. Ciao.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Ciao,
Thank
ciao.
you for being there.